Hello, my friends. It is April 15th, and I'm about to head off onto a trip, a painting trip to be exact. I'm going to the Great Smoky Mountains for a painting convention, and I've been kind of busy just planning my trip and gathering my painting supplies and just figuring out the logistics. I've also been working on my shop so I can have some spending money, and I had a few charms come out, and if you're interested, as of now, they're still available in the shop, but there's about 15 more days to the month left. So by the time you watch this, I don't know if there'll be anything left, but go check just in case, beccajan.etsy.com. Anyways, so I need to bring a knitting project with me. And I was thinking, should I just grab one of my whips that I currently have? And I have plenty of them. But I decided to cast on something new. I know, no surprise. But I wanted something small, something that had interest so I didn't get bored. I didn't want to bring a big project. I didn't want to bring something that's just knit, 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 knit. I wanted an easy memorized pattern and something small but not a sock. So I decided on a cowl, and I chose this cowl. I don't remember the name of it, but of course I'll put it up on the screen for you. And I am using my Woolen Women Fibers Patreon minis. One I believe might have been from an advent, because my patron minis from Woolen Women Fibers are 10 gram minis. So most of them are 10 gram, but this one here is a 20 gram. So it might have been from an advent of theirs. I'm not sure. Anyways, so I decided to do a chevron striped cowl with my minis. And I'm just kind of in the process of winding them up. I wound them on my ball winder, and it does an okay job, but the core of the ball is not very tight. It's very loose. So I find when I knit from these, sometimes the inside pops out and it mixes with the outside and gets knots and everything. And because I'm going to be knitting on an airplane, I decided I wanted tighter balls. So I pulled out this tool that I got on Etsy. It is hand turned. I will link it down below. I can't remember what it's called. Anostapine? I'll write the name down so you can Google it if you want to, but I'll also link down below where I bought this on Etsy. And it's just a tiny mini one. You can get bigger ones, but I wanted something specifically for minis. So I don't remember the diameter. I'll measure it for you if you want, one this size. But yeah, it's perfect. And this is what they end up looking like. Isn't that cool? I am not the best at it, but even if you're not that great at it, it can turn out pretty good. So as I'm knitting from them, they're not going to get loose. Even when I knit from the inside, it still is wound pretty tight enough that it still keeps its form and it's not all floppy like my other bigger ball winder does. So I'm pretty happy with that. I have one more to go. So here are my purples. I don't know if I'm going to use all of the purples. I think I might. It depends on how it's looking, how it's going to look. And then I have this creamy one. And where'd it go? Where'd the gray one go? Did I drop it? Oh, there it is. And this gray one that I'm going to wind right now. So let me just kind of quickly show you how it works. So I think, yeah, I'll pull from the outside. If I pull from the inside, it gets too loose. Okay, so I do a little slip knot. And then this one has this little groove here, so I slide it on like so. Ooh, my back hurts. I've been doing a lot of packing, and today was speech day for my daughter. And then I just put the slip knot on the indentation and I tighten it. And then to start it off, let's see, I just keep winding like this. So I'll do that for a minute. Now, I'm no professional, I get by, so don't, you might want to go find videos online, but you just wrap it, twist a little, 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 and so on. And then it gets bigger and bigger, and then you slide it off, and voila, you have your center pull ball. And you don't have to pull it from the center, but you can. So I just continue doing that. Wrap and twist, wrap and twist, wrap and twist, wrap and twist. Oops. Once you get the hang of it and you get going, it does pretty well. It's pretty easy. It just takes practice. So I'm leaving on Saturday. It is May 15th and it is Wednesday. And I'm leaving on Saturday, and I'm trying to get everything together. I really wanted to finish my St. Patrick's Day spinning project. I'm still gonna try to get the green fiber spun up, and I just won't ply it with the multicolor rainbow until I get back. But I don't want open fiber in my craft room left alone without movement, because I don't want to attract any kind of bugs or moths or anything like that. So I want to get that off of the spinning wheel. And I've just been gathering my supplies and making a mess in my craft room here. I clean it up and then I just make it messy again with my next project. I'm trying to remember if I told you or when I told you. It might have been earlier in this video. All my days are just meshing together. But I was having trouble with my sewing machine, getting that to work. And so my top thread kept breaking, and I just couldn't get any sewing projects done. And I tried everything, and in the end what I did was I changed the thread. I haven't used my machine a ton. I used it a little bit to work on a little fixing a little wrap thing to hold my watercolor supplies, and it worked for that. But I think it's very possible, if my sewing machine keeps working, that it was the thread that was an issue. I've used this thread a lot, but maybe it was just brittle. You know, I don't sew a ton, so my thread's kind of old. I mean, old as in maybe 10 years old, because I don't really use up thread as much like I used to anymore. So I think it might have just gotten brittle. So I replaced it with a new gray thread to try out to see if that made a difference, and it did. So I need to pay attention. So here's what this looks like now. It's kind of looking a little egg shaped, but that's okay. You can always squish it to round it out a little bit. But it's, you know, it's not as easy as a ball winder, but I'll just watch something on the TV and just wrap, turn, and it goes pretty fast when you're not paying attention. You're just, you know, watching something else. It's a good mindless thing to do. But I have to wind it into this first. I don't have one of those what do you call Swifts. I don't have a Swift that can sit anywhere. It has to hook onto a table. So I'd have to sit here and do it from my Swift, but usually I'm in bed doing it, not sitting in here. So I hope you all are having a good May. Mine's been so far surviving, but it's been pretty good. I've been doing a lot of my carvings. I did the Hungriest Caterpillar, that sold out, so I'm planning on making more. The Hungriest Caterpillar and some things that the hungry caterpillar might like to eat, like a slice of watermelon, a cupcake, an ice cream cone, a pickle. I have one pickle left in the shop as of now. The ice cream cones are gone. I do have cupcakes and I do have watermelons. And I still have a couple of gnomes and some small toadstools. And then I have a new item. I'll put a picture here. I've talked about it before. I'm sure you already know about it. There's one right there as we speak. This one's my personal one. And just as a little accessory for a gnome. I call them, the toadstools, my gnome companions. Okay, so if you look, it's not super perfect. It doesn't need to be. It's just got to hold its own. It doesn't have to be beautiful. If something needs to be perfect, I won't do it because I don't want to put myself in that place. It's not a good place mentally. Anyway, so I'm going to the Smoky Mountains, and that is the farthest I've gone by myself, especially on an airplane. And I have a stop in Dallas on the way there, and then I arrive in Atlanta, Georgia, and then I'm going to drive up to North Carolina. And I'm staying at the Cherokee, Haraz Cherokee is where the event is located at. Casino. I'm taking a beginner's course, which should be really nice. I've painted off and on for years, but I wanted this beginner's course because a friend of mine is teaching at it. And when I first started this, I took the beginner's course. Oh, this was years ago. And maybe 6 years ago? No, longer than that. And it was not good. They did not do a good job. But they have now improved, and my friend is teaching there, and she's a wonderful watercolorist. And I decided I need some tips because there are some spots, there are some things I'm struggling with going out and painting. I am more of a nature journaler. I go out and I sketch and paint nature. My daughter has entered her room very loudly. I go into nature and I sketch single things like a rose, a plant, an animal, not necessarily a scene. So I'm learning how to paint a scene and how to paint a scene outside instead of inside at my desk. So there's a lot of challenges with that. I need to learn about thumbnails, do better at doing thumbnails for value sketches, and just things like that. Anyways, but this is a knitting channel, so I won't go into detail on that unless it's something you're interested in. But so I'm going to take you with me. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to film, but I don't know if you've seen my Jane Seymour episode. But last year, it's the same event that I went to, except it was in a different location. That is where I met Jane Seymour. I don't believe this year they're going to have a celebrity guest. But yeah, that's where I went and met Jane Seymour and gave her one of my paintings, which she posted on her Instagram page. So that was cool. I'm almost done with this. Just got a little bit left. I ordered my needles. I ordered my needles for this chevron cowl because I just didn't have time to figure out what whip is using the needles and then take it off the whip. I was like, I'm just gonna buy it. It was only like $10. It's coming tomorrow, just in time. It is done, and I just tuck the end under one of these threads. So now you just pop it off. And it's kind of egg-shaped, so I just give it a little squish. And there you have it. And then undo the slip knot, and it's pretty firm in there. So you could go from the center or you could just go from the outside. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And there you have it. Voila, all from one of these. That's gonna be pretty. Okay, that is my knitting project, and I was thinking of bringing a sewing project, but what I usually do is I bring too many projects and then I work on none of them. So I'm trying to not do that this time, but I am going to be on an airplane flight. But I'm like, it's a painting trip. I really should be sketching and painting, not sewing hexagons together or doing this or doing that. So I've decided I am only bringing this project with me. I'm just not sure what project brag? I'm just not sure what project I can't talk. I'm just not sure what project bag to bring. Do you want to come help me choose? Let's go. I'm gonna have to pull it out of the closet. Okay, let's just traipse through my messy craft room. Okay, right up in there is where my bags are. Okay, let's see. This is usually my travel bag, but I don't have a lot of space on the airplane when I'm bringing all of my painting gear. I might do this one. This is nice because I can squeeze it in my backpack and it won't take up a lot of room. Don't want Christmas. This is pretty, the strawberry from Wool and Women Fibers. Ooh, you know what? There's also this. This, you're supposed to be able to hold it on your arm and knit. That's not a bad idea. Okay, I might do this. This one or this one. Ooh, that's pretty. Too small, I think. Teacup one. That'd be pretty. I'm gonna pick between these two. This one's really good because it doesn't take up a lot of room and I can squeeze it in my bag. But then there's this one. This one you're supposed to be able to, well, probably I'm right-handed, so hold it on my arm, on my forearm like this. This. And then when you're done, you tuck this inside, like so. Tie it like this, and you have your little project bag. This is from Beautiful Sister, S-Y-S-T-E-R, sister spelled with a Y. Look at all the pretty colors. Oh, so pretty. I gotta get back to packing, gotta get back to work. I will see you in a little bit.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know, if I'll ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down.
Hello, my friends. I have arrived at my first destination. I am at Tallulah Gorge in Georgia. I am on my way up to Cherokee, North Carolina for the Plein Air Convention at the Smoky Mountains. I am so exhausted. Yesterday was a nightmare. Oh, with the hotel. The airplane went okay. The rental car there was an issue, but we got it fixed. And yeah, I finally found a really good hotel. I almost thought I was going to be sleeping in my car. But anyway, so I got a decent sleep, but I had to get up really, really early at 4 a.m. for my flight. So I didn't get a lot of sleep last night, but I got a decent amount, enough to get me through until tonight. But on my way up to the convention, I thought I would stop at Tallulah State Park. Okay, let's do a little exploring. Okay, I go to Overlook 1 or Overlook 2? Overlook 1. I can hear the river.
Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to fly. Sometimes we're crashing down, but we get up and start from the ground. And I really wanna know, if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down. Even if the sky is falling down, even if the sky is falling down, yeah. The sky is falling down.
Okay, I'm heading to another demo, and this shawl has come in so handy. It's warm, it's beautiful. I love it. It's great. My friends, having a nice day painting in the Smoky Mountains. I'm just trying to find a friend and kind of exploring a little bit while I do that, taking some video. Oh, I just saw something so pretty. Look at this, flowers by the river. Spot to talk. Of course, the good spot is near the the AC, and then there's my messy desk. Hey everyone, I haven't really checked in. It's been a busy few days. I'm heading out to paint. I've got my gear on, I've got my hat. The weather's pretty good. It's a little humid, and it's raining just a little bit, but it should be over by the time we get out there. So yeah, I'm going to go painting. Whoa! I have hat hair. And it's raining outside. Got caught in the rain. I'm in North Carolina, near Cherokee. I'm at a place called Darnell Farms. That's where we were painting today. And it's been raining off and on. It's beautiful, humid, which I'm not used to, but I'm doing pretty good with the humidity. I thought I would be miserable, but I'm good. I had a really fun, special strawberry dessert. North Carolina has way more bugs than California does. Just keep finding bugs on me, like ants and stuff. I'm going to drive to the hotel, scenic route, see if there's anything I can stop and do some little sketches. I'm going to go to the hotel and get ready for tomorrow. Tomorrow we go to the Biltmore Estate, so that should be fun. I got a little bit of knitting done, but not a ton. Not as much as I was hoping to. I've been so busy. Anyways, there's a party tonight. I'm not going because it's really just cocktails and stuff, and I don't really drink, and I'm just gonna stand around and watch people dance to music, and it's just not my thing. So I'm gonna go to the hotel and gather my things, so tomorrow's a nice day. Hi, baby. Hi.
Is gardens. The doors will be wide open.
Okay, I'm at the gardens. I got here right on time. I might be one of the first artists, so that's cool. Kind of have the pick of what I want to do. So I'm just heading to the gardens. That's where I'm starting today. So many birds. It's so beautiful. Let's look out at this view. Welcome my friends. This is the end of my May video diary. My aunts, 2 of my aunts came to visit my mom. One of them lives 3 hours away, and then the other one lives in Washington State. So it was nice to see them both. So that's what I was doing today. And I wanted to just pop in really quick to say goodbye and see you next month. I don't know if I'm going to do another diary this next month. I have some other videos that I'd like to do. And when I do the diaries, for some reason, it takes away from other video making because I only have a little bit of time to put towards video making because my life is pretty full with my mom and homeschooling and everything. So this next month, I might take a break from my June diary. I might do one. We'll see how it goes. But I have a couple of things that I would like to do. I'd like to do a podcast. I'd like to do another video on a specific project I'm working on, just a little video. So we'll see how it goes. But sorry, you're going to be getting this diary in June, not in May. You're not going to be getting my May diary in May. That's just because I got back from my trip and I was getting ready for my aunt to come and visit and just kind of collecting myself after a trip and getting back into the real world. It's taken me a little bit of time. Anyways, but I wanted, before I closed out, I wanted to give you an update on my cowl that I started for my trip. It is almost done. I'm just working on the top border. I had it in my beautiful sister bag. I love this bag, especially for traveling on the plane because it can open into a little basket. And sits nicely on the tray table of the airplane. But I am pretty proud of myself. I got pretty far when I was traveling. And then this is the only thing I've been working on since I got home because I didn't want this to become another whip, another ongoing whip. I wanted to finish it. Are you ready to see? Isn't it beautiful? So I used my 10-gram minis for this. And as you can see, a 10-gram mini did 2 stripes and there's 8 rounds per stripe. You start from the bottom up and then you end with the top. So what I kind of did, I didn't know when I started the pattern I was going to do. So I did the gray, light purple, dark purple, and then I did a creamy color. And then I did these more cool purples, but I didn't want it to be super long, so I didn't know how to end it exactly. The pattern is longer, but I decided, I'll do this colors in reverse, and that worked out perfect. So it's going to be really pretty blocked, really pretty chevron, and I'm going to make this cuff part, the top part, a little bit thicker than the bottom. But when it's all blocked and scrunched up, I think that's really beautiful. I'm really happy with it. So yeah, if you have 10-gram minis, it's perfect. You get 2 stripes per color if you do 8 rows each stripe. And I'm really happy with it. I can't try it on because it's still on the needles, but you'll see it soon, probably in my podcast finished. But I'm really happy with it. So that is how I'm ending the month, with a finished project. Woohoo! So I hope you all have a great June. I can't believe summer's here. It's crazy. It feels like spring just started, and I didn't feel like I got to really enjoy spring before it was over. It's already hot here. It's been in the 90s. Today's a nice windy, cool day. So I hope you have a good June, and I will see you in my next video.